Looking at the skeletal system with anaerobic training. With anaerobic training, there would be an increase in bone density. This because as the performer trains, osteoblasts are stimulated to lay down new bone tissue. And as there's increased bone density, this means the bones are stronger, and that means there's a reduced chance of injury. There's also an improved joint health, as, for example, the synovial fluid is constantly being moved around and worked. And also as the performer trains, there would also be an increased range of movement. And this is due to the fact that the joints are being constantly worked through training, meaning that there's less strain on it when it increases its range of movement. That means an increased range of movement occurs. However, with a lack of exercise, diseases such as osteoporosis and osteoarthritis can occur due to lack of training. Osteoporosis is caused by weak bones, and this is caused by low bone density. So there's a lack of exercise over long periods of time. That means the osteoblasts won't be stimulated as much to lay down new bone tissue, meaning there'll be a low bone density. Similarly, with overtraining, osteoclasts would be stimulated to clear away bone tissue, while the osteoblasts are stimulated to lay down new bone tissue. And the osteoclasts, with overtraining, the osteoclasts work at a much faster rate than the osteoblasts, which actually slightly reduces bone density. So over time could potentially cause osteoporosis as well. Osteoarthritis. This is from the pain in joints. So due to lack of exercise, this means that there's not an improved joint health, meaning that the joints aren't as healthy as someone who would train. And over time, this can cause pain in joints, as it's not used to that exercise which improves joint health. It can also be caused through overtraining, through a lot of strength or resistance training, or road running, in fact. And this is especially in road running, that high impact on pavement or concrete of the road. There's no cushion to support the joints, as it needs to then take the full force of the body during that running position, and this can quickly wear away cartilage, for example, over time, which eventually would cause osteoarthritis, as the cartilage wouldn't be able to cushion the bones. In a 400-meter race, for a 400-meter runner, in fact, with increased bone density and increased joint health, that means they can train better and have a reduced chance of injury. I mean, over time, as there's a less chance of injury, they can train more as well. I mean, that eventually they would get a quicker time. An increased range of movement. This can potentially allow the 400-meter runner to increase their stride length. However, only slightly, as a greater amount could potentially cause an overstriding, which then increases the chance of injury. but overall, through this, it would cause potential to improve performance in a 400 metre runner and allow them to run quicker.